For your information, this session will be recorded and then shared on our YouTube channel, so don't worry about this. Can hear me? No. Can you hear me? Well?
Yes, I can, Patricia.
Okay.
You are
Because
coming through.
Walid is having problems to hear us.
Well,
Walid, can you hear me now or not? I hope yes. Let's wait just one more minute. Okay, perfect. So Rinat, for this session, we compiled all the questions received by email from the applicants and potential applicants, of course. So we will summarize some frequent asked questions. Some of them are shared on our website and other will be summarized here. So if your questions weren't answered during this session, you can send us an email or write in the chat. And if you have time, you can answer you. If not, we will send an email to all the participants to clarify your doubts, okay? Okay, so let's start. So welcome everyone. Good morning. My name is Patricia Vieira. I'm part of the S+T+ARTS Eco Consortium. I'm here with Nuno Carmaneiro. And this is the last and the fourth info session of the S+TARTS Eco Residencies program. During this session, the consortium of S+TARTS Eco aims to clarify applicants' questions and summarize the most common requests. So, as I said before, our goal for today is to summarize the fact document that is already published on our website. I will show you some questions that was answered before, and then the most questions received in the last days. So just to remind you some questions and some proposals about the S+TARTS Eco Residencies program. The S+TARTS Eco Residencies program is dedicated to promoting innovation at the intersection of science, technology, and arts. So take this in mind when you are writing your proposal. It aims to foster ecologically conscious and human-compatible digital technology by supporting artists in developing projects that contribute to the triple transition, so the social, green, and digital. And what are the key areas of innovation covered by the residency program? And take this in mind because all the challenges, the 10 challenges are related to these 6 major areas. Of course, that, for example, the first one could be related to the first and the second key area, but when you are describing your solution, your project, you need to take this in mind. So the first one is data simulation and visualization, high performance computing, urban digital twins, clean tech and circular economy, artificial intelligence, bio and life science, and medical technologies. So each challenge is addressed to one or up to three areas, innovation areas. So how long is the residency period and when does it start? We received some emails about this question, and the residency period spans 13 months starting from this December, this year, and will end in December 2025. Okay. And regarding the time, you need to take this in mind to design your project. Okay. So, what support does the residency program offer to selected artists? The selected artists will receive a funding of 40,000 euros per artist or per collective of artists. So, is the challenge. Guidance and support from the S+T+ARTS eco-residency host institutions, access to experts provided by the S+TARTS Eco Consortium, participation in a kickoff meeting in December 2024, an incubation program to support project development and acceleration of impact, and an impact assessment to evaluate the potential impact of the projects. And all of this information about the incubation program, the impact assessment, is described on our guide for artists, and were explained during the first info session. So I recommend you to review this session. And if you have any doubt or any question about it, you can send us an email about it. But take this in mind that the incubation program will be spread during all the time of your project, your residency program, and we will also have the impact assessment. So what are the phases of the residency program? And you need to have this in mind when you are designing your project. So the first month is for structure. So here you will have time to decide with your host institution and redesign your project, your idea, adapt. So this is the first month for your understanding and adapt your project according to the objectives of the challenge and the needs of the host, of course. Then you will have 4 months for research, 4 months for production and prototyping, and at the end, 3 months for closure and dissemination to participate in events and so on. Of course, that you can participate in other events during the time of the residency program, but if you want, you can dedicate the last 3 months for this. So, and what are expected outputs from artists participating in the residency program? We also received some questions about this. What is the main difference between outputs, deliverables, and outputs is tangible things. So presentations, you can have your prototype, your project, your solution, participation in events. These are outputs. Deliverables are documents, and some of them are mandatory and are described on our guide for applicants. All this information is also described online and were explained in the first info session. So one more time, I recommend you to revise it. On page 9, you can find the mandatory deliverables. So it's all the things are there. How many artists will be selected for the residency program? It will be 1 per challenge, so a total of 10 artists will be selected for the residency program. And when is the applicant deadline for the residency program? So until the end of June. Okay, take this in mind. What are the challenges offered in this open call? There are a total of 10 residency opportunities, as I said before, available in 3 countries, Germany, Austria, and France. Each residency host institution has defined specific challenges in collaboration with the STARTS Eco Consortium. And artists are required to submit project proposals that respond to these challenges. More details on challenges, opportunities, support, infrastructure can be found in this challenges catalog. In this challenges catalog, you will find also the list of experts that we will support you during your residency. And who is eligible to apply for the residency program? Eligible applicants include individual artists, collective of artists, or self-employed individuals, freelancers, engaged in artistic activities as a profession. But you can be also a researcher or a scientist. Applicants must be citizens or permanent residents of eligible countries, and all the eligible countries are available on our website. There is a document there with all the countries that are eligible. We also received some emails questioning us about I am eligible from this country, but the list is here, so there is any doubt about this. What are the key admissibility criteria for proposals? Proposals must be adhere to several admissibility criteria, including adherence to call requirements, correct completion of the application forms. The submission needs to be in English and compliance and with eligibility criteria. Additionally, proposed projects must be new and not have received major EU funding or have been running for less than 6 months at the time of submission. All these admissibility criteria and eligibility criteria was explained in the first info session and is well explained on the guide for applicants. So make sure that you will meet all the admissibility criteria to pass to the second stage of the evaluation process. Can artists submit more than one proposal? Yes, artists may submit up to proposals, but each proposal must correspond to different challenges. If an artist is selected by 2 different host institutions or 2 challenges, they will be assigned to the residency they prioritized, which must be mentioned in the proposal, and you have space for this on the application form, okay? How will applications be evaluated? All the process of evaluation is also available and explained on the guide for applicants, and it involves an admissibility and eligibility check first, followed by an internal evaluation phase where eligible applications are assessed based on specific criteria, and this criteria is also described on the guide for applicants. These criteria includes the artistic mission, relevance for innovation, experimental use of technologies, and the triple transformation approach. So take this in mind that you need to talk about the digital, social, and green triple transition. Applicants must meet minimum score thresholds to be considered for the selection. Okay. And how will the winners be announced and contracts signed? Results will be announced, communicated to all applicants by email by September 30. Once formal checks and validations are complete, the selected artist will sign a trilateral sub-grant agreement between the artists, STARTS Eco Consortium, and the residency host institutions. And how are the payments arranged for selected artists? Selected artists will receive a grant up to 40,000 euros, as I said before, to cover all the costs of their residencies. So travel, materials, fees, participation in events, and so on. All the things are described on the guide for applicants. And payments will be made in 3 phases. The first payment following the signing of the subgrant agreement. A second payment after approval of the first interim report. And a final payment upon approval of the final report. So these reports are also described on page 9 of your guide. This is related to the mandatory deliverables, okay? And now it's time to share with you some questions that we received by email, some common doubts from our potential applicants. Regarding the eligibility, artists can be granted to residencies currently. Okay, artists applying for the other projects must specify that they have applied for a second STARTS call. If they are accepted twice, they will have to choose one of the 2 opportunities. For example, we received an email from someone that said that currently I'm participating in another STARTS program, another STARTS residency, but this will end, let me say, in November of 2024. Okay, but this one will start in December 2024. So you are eligible for this STARTS residency program, okay? So you need to fit that your current program will not run at the same time of this one. So you must to adhere to just one residency program and not have 2 at the same time, okay? Regarding the residency's requirements, we also received a lot of emails about this, about the time to be on site or online on the host institution. And just for your information, the residency will begin with a 3-day kickoff meeting that artists are expected to attend in person. And this will be in German at the beginning of December. Together with the host institutions, the timing of the on-site presence will be discussed and decided. And in this case, it was decided, and we are just discussing the time. But when the artists were selected, they will be advised about this. So while we encourage physical presence to maximize collaboration, networking, and use of available resources, we understand that of various reasons, full-time on-site participation may not be feasible for all artists. We recommend specifying your availability and any constraints in your application. And if select, we can work together to create a participation plan that aligns with both your needs and the residency objectives. So you don't really need to stay all the time, the 13 months on the host institution on site, but you need to write if you have some constraints in your proposal, or for example, as I have this budget, I plan to visit at least, I don't know, twice a month the host institution, or how much time do you plan to spend on the host institution, for example, okay? Just imagine or estimate your budget available for this. Okay, regarding the application form, the Word template of the description of the concept, we also received some questions about this. And of course, you can delete the explanatory text to focus on essential content. But the maximum of pages allowed is 5, okay? Up to 5 pages. But you have one more for pictures, Okay, so could be 6 in total, but the last one is for pictures. Regarding the budget plan, after the description concept, you can copy the values mentioned to each category or cell. It could be easier to do this. And the budget, this is just a estimative of your budget and can be adjusted if necessary following prior approval. Take in account all the details mentioned in the call regarding travel, events, participation, dissemination, and so on. And that's all about the budget. Regarding emerging artists, we also received some emails from them, and we also encourage them to participate. We know that we ask for a portfolio and some pre-works, but you can just mention that you are an emerging artist or show just one art work. Yeah. Related to the collective of artists, we also received some questions about this. But in terms of this group of artists, the beneficiary who represents the collective of artists should be eligible for the country. So there is a chance that some team members are from different countries or states. So in this case, you can have, for example, the beneficiary, the representative member of the group, the collective of groups, the artist, sorry, that is from an eligibility country, and some people of your team aren't, don't, okay? And finally, we have received a few emails asking for opinions on abstracts or your projects. And unfortunately, we can't evaluate our ideas in advance, so we ask you to analyze the challenges and all the details. Bear in mind that your idea and project must meet the challenge and its requirements. So we are not able to evaluate your idea or say, yeah, this fits well with our aim or with this challenge. So this is just a quick note about this. So let me just see the chats. I think we have some time to answer some questions. I don't know if I already answered you. Let me check. Yeah, this video will be shared on our YouTube channel, okay? And after, until the end of this day, I will share by email the link to access this recording. Okay, I have 2 questions. Okay, I'm from Israel and I want to make sure that I'm eligible to apply. We are on the list go eligible questions, but I want to make sure that is the case. I have, okay, the second one is I have a few concepts for the article's outcome. Depending on the research, should I plot? Okay. So I think that you should provide, Rinat, you should provide just one budget. It's just an estimative, and then you can adapt it with the host institution. Regarding the eligibility, let me just check here. Just a moment. I will show you my screen. Let me just check if you have other questions to answer here. Yes, I can share with you the link of the first session. But if you share if you search on YouTube about STARTS, you will find a playlist of the STARTS Eco info sessions. Okay. So let me show you. Just a minute. So this is the list of the eligible countries, and Israel, yes, it's eligible for this program. Okay, you can find this document on our website. Let me check more questions. The relevant links.
I have already shared the links, Patricia.
Okay. I'm just okay. What is the recommended percentage of budget dedicated to artist fee? There is any recommended percentage, so you can add what is the fair for you in terms of time dedicated for this project. Okay. What is the fiscal identification number? This is the national fiscal identification, and normally is on your identification card. Okay, so you can put this and we need this number just to confirm if you are from an eligible country or not. Okay. Yeah, so that's all from our side. We didn't receive any other question. I will share by email the link to our playlist when you can find the info sessions 1, 2, and 3, and this one will be shared later. Please, I would like to ask you to respond to our feedback form. And if you have any other question, you can send us an email and we will be happy to help you. Here is our email, startseco@starts.au. And of course, thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time and good luck for your submission. If you have any doubt, we will be happy to answer you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.